Dan Harding, but a friend of mine recently has started calling me Hipster Henry VIII. It's very disappointing you all agree with that. Let me also explain this accent. I am obviously Spanish. I'm Irish, but I grew up in Spain. Apparently that's why I sound like a farmer. I was 11 years old when I moved to Spain. I say I moved. I was taken. But what I consider a very irresponsible mother. People say to me, Dan, she exposed you to a great language, a new culture, amazing food. Yes. She also exposed the ginger to the sun. Irresponsible. She was also irresponsible as well. Because when I was 5 years old, we went on a family holiday, and my mother decided a great family holiday destination for a 5-year-old was Amsterdam. So it's 5-year-old Dan walking around Amsterdam when I go and I point at one of the windows and ask, what are those ladies doing in the window? To which my mother replied something we can all agree is quite equally disturbing and sweet. She said, they sell kisses. Which turns out she's a fucking liar as well. Because that's the one thing they do not do. Apparently. I was 11 years old when I moved to Spain, and it was quite daunting. New language, new school, new friends, new everything. But I knew I was going to be okay when I found out the Spanish put potatoes in everything. My favourite thing, patatas bravas? Yeah. Do you know what the translation for patatas bravas is? No. It's fierce potato. And that's the nickname the kids gave me at school. Quite disappointing. While I lived in Spain, I lived on an avocado farm. This is Brighton. You know what fucking avocados are. I know two things about avocados not a lot of people know. First thing is, they are not technically vegan. You have to import bees for them to grow. So technically, they're not vegan. Secondly, a lot more disturbing, and to some people, they taste like freshly washed penis. Now, I'm yet to do the research on this. I, of course, have never tried avocado. It's good to know there's a vegan alternative out there. I also worked at a sports centre when I lived in Spain. Thank you for not laughing at that. Do you all know who the Harlem Globetrotters are? Yeah, we all know who the Harlem Globetrotters are. If you don't know, they're a basketball team. They do tricks. They spin balls on their finger. They're very good lads. And so after one of their exhibitions, they came to me and they said, hey, where the bad girls at? Now, I was 17 years old. I didn't realise he meant strip club. So fast forward half an hour later, I'm in the strip club with the Harlem Globetrotters. And when the Harlem Globetrotters ask, no, don't ask, demand you go to a strip club with them, you go. Because they are professionals. I turned my back for 1 second. He had one spinning on his finger. One of the best nights of my life. We went out drinking afterwards and everything like that. It was great. They met loads of people. I was like their translator for people. A lot of women came to speak to them. Great night. One of the best nights of my life. Until a policeman came and had a word with me, thinking I was pimping out the Harlem Globetrotters. It was very embarrassing. I had to explain to this gentleman that I wasn't just translating for them. A lot of people ask me often, Dan, did you get laid that night? And the answer is, no. Funny enough, the girls that went to the 7-foot Globetrotters did not dig the fierce potato. We're not into him at all. I live in Brighton now. Brighton is a weird place. This is one of the weirdest places. I was talking to somebody not too long ago at a gig. And I said, oh, well, what, you've come down to Brighton for the weekend? He said, yeah. He said it was apparently the council had paid for him to come and busk in the streets of Brighton. And all I could think of is there's one thing Brighton does not need to outsource. It's fucking musicians. My sister still lives in Spain. She's produced a little Spaniard, also known as my nephew. They came to visit at Christmas, right? And it's the first time he's been over here at Christmas. And he loved it, absolutely loved it. You know what 5-year-olds at Christmas, they fucking love it. And just before dinner, we started doing Christmas crackers. And it blew his little fucking mind. Because it's a very British thing, Christmas crackers. They're not everywhere else. So, dude, we've done like 5 of them already. I said, okay, calm down. We need to stop now. Let me go and finish the dinner, and then we can go back and do more. So wait about 15 minutes, we'll do more. He couldn't wait. He runs into the kitchen and comes up to me and says, Dan, when can we do more crack? Sweet. I know where 5-year-olds get their energy now. Oh, man. At the beginning of the year, I decided I needed to get my shit together. I had to sort my shit out, man. I went back to the gym, guys. Don't patronize me. So far, I have lost any motivation. But it's a good thing, though. It's a good thing, because I had to give up the gym. Because I don't know if you remember this, at the beginning of the year, the news came out that we could get drafted into the army. And I'm not taking any fucking chances. Because it turns out now I'm not overweight, I'm just a pacifist. But people tend to give me unsolicited advice about looking slim, man. Apparently layers are meant to help you look slimmer. But in my experience, lasagna does quite the opposite. But I struggle, I really struggle losing weight, man. I've got something called an underactive thyroid. Anyone else, some of you know what for those of you who don't know what an underactive thyroid is, it's a gland in my neck that makes it really difficult to walk past Greg's. Suffer in silence, because I went on Tinder for the first time. Thank you, that's the exact reaction I had when I went on Tinder. Fuck all. Which is really annoying because I was really good at the other games on my phone. Do you remember the old snake game? Grinder. I did end up meeting a nice girl. Kind of girls that wears a heart on her sleeve. It's the worst tattoo I've ever seen in my life. But we had a problem, and this problem was called Keith. Keith was her cat. Keith was a little shit. Keith would get in between me and her and push me away. Or it would fuck off out the house and wouldn't come back until I left. Because I'm going to spend 20 minutes or so together there. So I thought I'm going to win over this cat with one genius move. I had a Tupperware with some tuna left in it. So I'm going to bring it over for the cat. The girl's going to love that. So I did that. We had a great night. Next day I text her saying, great night last night, let's do it again sometime. Nothing back. 3 days later on her Facebook page, R.I.P. Keith. Oh, no. I'm never getting that fucking Tupperware back, am I? But, you know, we live in a weird era, man. We live in a strange times. We live in internet dating strange, man, especially when you look like you killed Anne Boleyn. It's... But I've seen the other side of it. Because I was talking to a girl not too long ago. It was going really well. All the normal stuff. What you do, where you're from, all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden at 2 o'clock in the morning, she sends me a message saying, I want to see videos of you eating. I know, weird, right? I was like, no, it's not my thing. We're not really into it. But she's very insistent. I want to see you eating cake. I want to see you eating steaks. I want to see you eating burgers. And it really made me feel hungry. So we're married now. Actually, we're getting divorced because it goes divorce, beheaded, died. Divorce, beheaded, survived. I've been Dan Hardy. Thank you very much.
Dan Hardy! Okay, one last night.